Hello and welcome to a new video here on my channel here at ColorX. Today there is an exciting comparison video between two high-end battery cameras from Reolink. After having tested the Reolink Altas PT Ultra, I will introduce you to the Argus PT Ultra today and compare the two models. Watch this video until the end if you want to know which of these cameras is right for you. Reolink is currently celebrating its 15th anniversary and is providing me with new cameras and you with great prices and discounts. This time I have been provided with the Reolink Argus PT Ultra for a test. In the last video I introduced you to the Altas PT Ultra and tested it thoroughly. With its 4K resolution and impressive battery life of up to 16 months, it was able to convince me despite its two weaknesses. If you haven't seen the video yet, just take a look in the top right corner or under this video in the description. In addition to the appropriate product links, I also have the promo link from Reolink for you there. By the way, you can also find the video about the Reolink Argus 4 Pro in the video description. I still have a bit of work to do with the naming. Altas PT Ultra, Argus PT Ultra, Argus 4, Altas Pro, no idea? Let's take a detailed look at the technical specifications of the two models. Both cameras offer an impressive 4K resolution with 8 megapixels each. That's 3840 x 2160 pixels, which ensure sharp images. The frame rate is not as good as it should be, in my opinion, at 15 frames per second, but we are talking about battery cameras. Power saving is also necessary. There are differences in night vision. Both cameras offer color night vision, but the Altas uses Reolink's advanced ColorX color technology, which also delivers clear color images in low light without the need for infrared LEDs or spotlights to be turned on. The Argus PT Ultra, on the other hand, relies on spotlight LEDs for color night vision. In short, the Altas PT Ultra requires significantly less light to deliver colored night images. Both cameras naturally support dual-band Wi-Fi with 2.4 and 5 GHz. And they perform relatively well in heavily frequented networks. I haven't had any problems with connection drops or similar issues so far. When it comes to storage, the two cameras are also quite similar. The Altas PT Ultra supports micro SD cards of up to 512 GB and is of course compatible with the Reolink Home Hub, which is here in my corner. With the Reolink Home Hub Pro, you can even record 16 TB of data. The Argus PT Ultra, on the other hand, officially supports only SD cards up to 128 GB. It is of course also compatible with the Home Hub and can therefore store 1 TB of data with the small Home Hub and 16 TB with the Pro version. Please note at this point that both cameras are not compatible with standard NVRs, such as my Reolink RLN36. They simply do not work there. Both camera models have motion detection as well as intelligent detection of people, vehicles, and animals. There is two-way audio. Communication is possible in real time through the built-in microphone and speakers. There is a time-lapse function. Both cameras support the time-lapse function. This allows you to create impressive long-term recordings that summarize everyday scenes in just a few seconds. For example, the construction of a house, a sunrise, or a sunset. The control is done, as is usual with Reolink, via the app, the client, or the browser. Both cameras can be easily controlled via the client on the computer, with the browser, or through the Reolink app on the smartphone. No matter where you are, you can monitor and control your cameras from anywhere. The app offers features such as real-time streaming, storage management, and of course, the configuration of time-lapse recording alarms. You can do all of this conveniently on the go or on a large computer with a big screen, just as you like. Of course, both can also work in parallel. Not only is the PT Ultra a common feature, there are of course many other similarities. Just by their shape and appearance, you can see that the cameras are siblings in spirit. However, there are also differences that separate these two cameras from each other. Among other things, the color night vision. The Altas PT Ultra uses ColorX technology to deliver clear color images even in darkness, without requiring additional lighting. The Argus PT Ultra, on the other hand, relies on spotlights. It illuminates the surroundings during motion detection and can thus capture colored images in this illuminated environment. And there I refer to my last video. There you can get an idea of whether this color night vision is actually that good or not. Whether the black and white view or the color night vision with the spots is better, I will show you later here in the video. Another difference is the battery life. The Altas PT Ultra offers an impressive battery life of up to 16 months in standard operation and up to 8 days with continuous use of 12 hours a day. The Argus PT Ultra, on the other hand, has a performance of about 1 to 4 weeks, depending on usage. This depends on how many alarms are triggered and how often, for example, the LED spot turns on at night. Both cameras can also be used in continuous operation with the 6W solar panel. Well, it's clear where the runtime comes from. The battery in the Altas is a completely different size than in the smaller Argus PT Ultra. At this point, a brief conclusion about the battery. Last night, I ran the time-lapse function for both cameras for 6 hours. You can already see in the quick overview of the battery display that the Argus has relatively low capacity. When I click on the battery, you can see that the battery has been reduced to 30% remaining value. The Reolink Altas PT Ultra, on the other hand, still has a battery capacity of 76%. You can really notice the difference of the significantly larger battery. There are not many differences in the storage options. As I mentioned earlier, the Altas PT Ultra supports SD cards of up to 512 GB and is, of course, compatible with the Home Hub. And the Argus PT Ultra also has a card slot, which is built into the underside. However, according to my research, it only supports memory cards with a maximum size of 128 GB. That is, of course, less. I will connect both cameras to the Home Hub and can then store at least 1 TB or up to 16 TB Home Hub Pro of data. But enough theory, let's get to the practice. I will now set up both cameras and show you what features they offer and how good the image quality is during the day and especially at night. Setting up the camera is, by the way, incredibly easy, whether in the app or on the client. In the app, you do the following. You turn on the camera, scan the QR code, and enter your Wi-Fi with the password. That's it. Feel free to watch the video on the Reolink Altas PT Ultra. In it, I show you the individual steps for the setup in more detail. In this video, I want to primarily focus on the image quality of the two cameras to provide you with a good decision-making aid on which camera is better suited for you. Both cameras are compatible with the Reolink Home Hub, but not with the Reolink NVRs, such as my Reolink RLN36. So if you prefer an NVR system, you should definitely take that into account when making your selection. To enable a fair comparison, I will register both cameras on the Home Hub. By the way, if you want to know what the Home Hub I keep mentioning is, what it is, and how it works, then either check the top right corner or look under the video in the description. There, I will link you to the video in which I introduce the Reolink Home Hub. However, you will find many more information under the video. There you will find the promo link from Reolink. Because with Prime Days, the year-end business, and Reolink's 15th anniversary, there are of course great promotions and discounts that Reolink wants to share with us. As mentioned, you can find the link under the video. There you will also find the subscribe button. You should definitely click it, then you won't miss any of the new videos. And remember, at the end of the year, I want to get rid of all my test cameras. Keyword, giveaway. If you haven't given a thumbs up yet, I am of course very happy about your like. Give me a thumbs up for this video if you like it and if it helps you. Because the like helps me too. It helps me and my channel grow. It also supports me if you use my Reolink promo link when purchasing your camera or one of the other product links I have provided for you below the video. Same price for you and a small commission for me and my channel. This way, I can continue testing products for you. I have installed the Altas PT Ultra and the Argus PT Ultra next to my track mix on my test track. The track mix has convinced me so much that I find it hard to part with it. It will definitely stay here as a reference. As you can see, both cameras are approximately at the same height, and I have aligned them to the same area in my garden. The installation is incredibly easy for both cameras. Just screw the mount to the wood or into the wall. All the necessary materials are included. There is even a mount included to secure the cameras to a pole. And then the solar panel is carefully plugged into the camera's charging port in a secure and stable manner with the USB cable. What I noticed is that the charging port on the back of the Argus is relatively tight and the access is quite narrow. When the camera is mounted in the holder, you have to push and bend the cable a bit to make it fit properly. What I noticed again at this point, and I believe I haven't mentioned it yet, is that the Altas PT Ultra, which should be on your left side now, has a tracking function. And I hope you can see it nicely in the background as I move along here, how the camera follows my movements. Unfortunately, the Argus PT Ultra does not do this. I was under the mistaken assumption that both cameras have a live tracking function. I thought that it follows the movement of people or animals. Only Altas PT Ultra does that. Argus PT Ultra films fixed field view. Well, the lower price has to come from, and above all, tracking costs a lot of battery capacity. 20,000 mAh is more than 21.6. So much for the camera installation. I will now show you a few nice pictures that I was able to take during my tests. And then I am curious about your feedback on which of the two cameras you like better. These were the recordings I collected in the last few days. Especially the last recording, this little chase here on my property, was quite interesting. How the police chased after this young man. The Altas PT Ultra started tracking. Unfortunately, it activated a bit late. And the Argus PT Ultra? Unfortunately, I don't have the video at all. The camera simply did not recognize and record it. For this reason, I placed the recordings of the track mix next to it for comparison. So you can see where the differences between a powered and a battery-operated camera can be. What else is there to say about the two cameras? Well, the Argus PT Ultra is not the brand new camera I thought it was. It has been on the market for a while, and I think the Altas PT Ultra is a kind of advancement. That is the big brother. It simply has more battery capacity, it has a faster recording, and it has overall more options. This was definitely noticeable in my test. As for the night view, I have the colored night view with ColorX technology on the Altas PT Ultra. I would like to add that it still requires some lighting to display recognizable color as well. The Argus PT Ultra has the infrared black and white view. I personally find it a bit more beautiful, at least when the recordings are razor sharp. I always like to look at my Reolink RLC 12120A, which really delivers great images at night. But I think that's a matter of taste. Anyone wanting to track wildlife or other fast-moving objects is not really well served with either camera. One should definitely upgrade to a better device, to a higher quality device. Reolink also offers great alternatives for this, but I believe these two cameras are not made for that at all. If you see it differently, just write to me in the comments under the video what recommendations you can give. For my conclusion, I have noted down a few things. Let's see what I would like to share with you. The topic of battery usage. I have worked on the property in the last few days, and the Altas PT Ultra was constantly focused on me or my dad, who helped me through live tracking. A tremendous amount of battery was used, and the battery capacity was down to 5%. The Argus PT Ultra, which only has the fixed field of view, did not lose as much battery capacity as the Altas PT Ultra. However, a lot of recordings were simply missing with the Argus. What definitely needs to be considered is the dependence on weather. In the last few days, we had a lot of fog and very gloomy weather with little sun. The solar panels did not provide the necessary power to keep both cameras at 100% battery charge around the clock. The Argus PT Ultra disconnected once in between, indicating that the battery was empty. I definitely should recharge it, but I didn't have to do anything else. Although the camera was disconnected, it automatically came back online shortly after the sun came out again. So no worries if the battery is empty. The camera automatically reconnects to the Wi-Fi network and reactivates itself via Wi-Fi. What else is there to say? I already mentioned the topic of alarm recordings in the first video about the Altas PT Ultra. I would like to briefly mention it again. The area of the first 10 meters, which is from here to about the middle of my pool surround, is relatively well recognized by both cameras. What I found a bit lacking in the alarms are these small animals. The martens, the cats, the raccoon that regularly runs by here, and also the badger. With the track mix, I regularly captured these alarms on video. The two cameras only captured the whole thing sporadically, and everything that goes beyond 10 meters at night is completely missing in part. Because the technology is simply completely different. These two battery cameras work with PIR sensors. They react to heat signatures, if I understood that correctly. And that's why, unfortunately, not all movements are detected. The great advantage of the Altas PT Ultra over, for example, the track mix is the absence of infrared technology. The infrared LEDs attract insects and thus spiders. I had no spider webs with the Altas PT Ultra. I had no insects crawling in front of the lens. With the Argus PT Ultra, it happened only once. With my other cameras, there are more spider webs. I have to regularly go out with my 6-meter-long brush and clean the cameras. Well, now I have been talking for quite some time. I have given my conclusion. In summary, I have to say the following: if you want to watch your money and have only a small budget, and if you only want to record a limited area, especially regarding depth of space, then you are well served with the Argus PT Ultra. The camera offers good night vision in black and white and very good day vision, as you can hopefully see now. You have the microphone and the speaker, everything necessary is included. If you want to spend a little more money and need a battery camera, then go for the Altas PT Ultra. This camera offers a whole different level with the auto tracking feature. The camera tracks the objects, even if it hasn't always worked 100% reliably. If you can spend a little more money and tracking is your thing, then check out my video on the Reolink track mix. You can find the link to the video in the top right corner. That's a whole different class. However, this is no longer a battery camera. This camera requires power supply via PoE or the socket. What is your opinion on the video? Give me feedback on my video and especially on these two cameras. Which camera is your favorite? Which camera impressed you the most? Leave me a comment under the video in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Give me a like to help promote my channel. And remember, I want to get rid of my stock of test cameras soon. I want to raffle off the cameras. Subscribing is definitely worth it for you. It's definitely worth taking a look under the video in the video description. There you will find the promo links from Reolink. We have Prime Days, we have birthday weeks, and many more special offers. All of this awaits you when you simply click on the link. You will also find the links to the other tested Reolink products in the video description that I am satisfied with. At this point, I am done. I look forward to your feedback and say goodbye until next time.